Alright, the first thing you're going to need when you're making a green papaya salad is a green papaya. Now, don't be silly and go out and try to buy a normal papaya. Even ripe papayas are green. Make sure you get it from an Asian supermarket. It's a green papaya, which means it's underripe. It's firm. It shouldn't have any pinkness inside. The seeds should be white to black. Once they start turning black and the flesh turns pink, it starts getting sweet, and that's no good for green papaya. You'll need a couple of tomatoes, depending on the size of the papaya. This is a relatively small one, but it's going to make a lot of salad. So, we're going to peel the green papaya, just like you would any vegetable. We're going to split it in half and take out the seeds. Now this is what a green papaya should look like, halved. Okay, you can see how the seeds are all white in there. Here's the peels. Just use a regular everyday vegetable peeler. This is all good compostable stuff. So have a compost bin handy. So there you have it. Seeds are taken out. Now I'm just going to grate it up on just a medium grater like you'd use for cheese or something. Okay, I've done about half the papaya now. There's the other half. What you want is like a coleslaw kind of texture. Get the long strands. At the end of it, just the very core part left over. Compost. Good stuff. Alright, now I'm going to add the tomatoes to it. Now, you got to have a sharp knife. The best way to cook in your kitchen is to have a sharp knife. Always. Keep it sharp. Now I'm going to cut the tomato like this, and I'm going to cut it into strips. But there's a lot of recipes for SOM THUM that call for cherry tomatoes. That's just preference. Do what you like. I like the firmness. So I buy a little underripe tomato, and I cut into strips to kind of go with the strips of the green papaya in there. It's one of my favorite ways to do it. So as you'll see, I've cut the outside edges of the tomato. I'm cutting them into strips first. Now, this will take 2 to 3 tomatoes, so I'm thinking it might take 3. For the center part, I take it like this, and I cut, and I cut, and I cut, and I cut. I do the same thing on the side, and then now I got strips. Look at that. Wasn't that easy? And waste not, want not, I'll take the bits off the top right up to where the stem went on, because we're not going to waste in this kitchen. Next up, I'm going to throw in a couple or 3 green onions. I slice them up like this. I used to do them lengthwise like I do the tomatoes and green papaya, but I got lazy. Okay, next up, bit of basil. Now, you can use fresh basil, and about 1/3 of a cup will do, but let's get realistic. We don't all have fresh basil in our house. So I use probably about, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, depending on the size of the papaya. Now, that's kind of what it looks like. Green onion, basil, papaya, tomatoes. Now I'm going to toss it all through. Now keep in mind, people, this salad will keep in your refrigerator, depending on how old the papaya is and how firm your tomatoes are, for up to 5 days, if you don't dress it. If you're only using what you need and dressing what you need, this will last. Next up, we got the chilies. Now, we can't all keep fresh chilies in our fridge. We don't know when we're going to be cooking this stuff. So you can freeze them. Buy bags of frozen chilies. They work great. So my recipe calls for 3 to 6 chilies in a salad about this size. Me, I'm probably going to use about 24. I like it spicy. Be careful. 24 might kill you. So there you have it. That's the salad part done. Next up, we're going to do the dressing. Alright, this is Miss Lily, who's helping me film the SOM THUM green papaya Thai salad video. She's been my big kitchen helper, and here she is with a bunch of meatballs that she just made with me, and we're going to make them into hamburgers. And over here A bit of ground pork and chicken because we're making wontons for dinner tonight to go with that green papaya salad. So, special kudos to little Miss Lily, the silly Billy, bit of a pilly, for helping us shoot this video today. And Miss Lily is now making wontons. And that's going to go with our larb tonight. And our SOM THUM. Now Miss Lily, although she's silly, makes a pretty bloody good wonton. Okay, we're doing the dressing, which starts off with dried prawn shells. Has lemon juice, lime juice, fish sauce, and olive oil. Now, I know what you're thinking, ooh, dried prawn shells, gross. Get over yourself. They're awesome in this dressing. Alright, first off, 2 good tablespoons of olive oil. Now use a good olive oil, extra virgin for this. Two tablespoons olive oil. 2.5 tablespoons fish sauce. One tablespoon of lime juice. And 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Lemon juice. And to top it all off, I'm going to throw in about a tablespoon of dried shrimp shells. Okay, next up, we'll take peanuts. This is for the topping for the salad. I put crushed nuts, some of those dried shrimp shells, and sun-dried prawns, sun-dried shrimp. It's not compulsory that you put prawns and nuts on top of the salad, but I promise you, if you try it, you're not going to want to turn back. Prawn shells, sealing back up, and these are great. You keep them in the freezer, they'll stay for months. They're there anytime you need them. And then the sun-dried prawns. Now, it's like sun-dried tomatoes, except they're baby shrimps. Now I throw a good handful of them in.
In the garbage or recycling?
And we toss that all together, and that tops our salad. We'll show you what that looks like as soon as we put it together. Alright kids, done up a bit of larb to go with the wontons and the SOM THUM. Larb's ground chicken with lemongrass, chilies, fish sauce, and all sorts of yumminess, but that's the subject of another video. Alright, now here's the green papaya salad. I've taken out what I want for dinner tonight. Here's the dressing I made up earlier, you saw me make. Now I forgot to say, you gotta put honey in there too. There's about a teaspoon of honey goes in there. I put it in, didn't get it on the video. Now I'm just gonna dump it in there. Make sure you get the honey out as well. It's all going to come apart. Now there you have it kids. That's the SOM THUM green papaya salad topped with the crushed nuts and the sun-dried prawns. It's lovely. And there's the larb, the chicken stuff I was telling you about that you wrap in the lettuce wraps. And that too I've topped with the crushed nuts and the sun-dried prawns. You don't have to have them, but damn, once you try them, you won't want anything else. Well, there you have it, guys. Wontons, naan, lettuce wraps, SOM THUM. Bit of something for everyone. What do you reckon, kids? How are the wontons? Lily? Since you made them, what do you reckon?
Yummy.
Super yummy?
Yeah.
What do you like wontons, Damien? Yeah? Yum? Uh-huh. Alright. Well, I think the general consensus is yum for dinner tonight.
Yum.
Alright, and here's what you do. You grab some of the larb, you put it in a lettuce leaf. Now, I like to take a bit of SOM THUM with my larb and put it in the lettuce leaf. Get a bit of green papaya, a bit of tomato in there, and there you go. Yum-o. Oh, it tastes like angels crying on my tongue.